And so we've got the videos going here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so my presentation is mainly about how my thought alters during the process of like this course. I'll start with the project we did with physics. Yeah, so there's a background music, but I'll talk through it. So basically it is, there are sound detector and distance sensors. With it, my idea is to kind of detect what's happening in the room and then kind of make a reflection on it. I hope it to be a kind of environmental installation so that, as you can see, it's mainly about lighting and shadows. And I wanted to make it big, but possibly because of my skills or like it is kind of small. But I really like how it appears, and I think this idea has quite a lot of potential to like go on with it. Yeah, basically that's it. So detect the sound and the light flash, and the distance makes these panels rotate. To kind of further this idea, what I'm thinking of is kind of, I talked through is, I want to detect what's going on in the room. So basically, if I think more about it, it can be a kind of a station in the middle of the room, or the sensors display like all around the room, so that the dynamics of what's happening in the room can be reflected on whatever, a lighting installation or like anything. And also, if I want to make it more interesting, what I think is I Photoshop some like people in my program. So if this can be at that size, it can be a really playful kind of installation, or I will call it structure or whatever, and a piece of small architecture. It can be really playful, and if these things can kind of rotate and create a really big light and shadow effect, I would think it is pretty good. Phoenix talks about to really enlarge my project and to make it work in a bigger scale as well. So possibly for the next step for Phoenix final project, I will think through it and think about how can I achieve this kind of idea. And I will talk about what I learned through this process. It's mainly about detailing and consideration of individuals. So what I like, my design were related to really big scale urban planning, or like all our analysis are beginning with kind of we walk in the city and kind of analyze what's happening in this part of the city or that part of the city. I really haven't thought of what's a small scale, a room, or like this kind of scale, what can it do? I'll show a plan like I made like in my third year. This is a classroom. But as you can see, why did I put this table in the classrooms? I don't know, maybe because it's just represent the scale. It is a classroom for 15 students, but no more considerations with it. Why is it a square? I don't know. Why are the tables arranged like this? There's really a lack of consideration like in detailing, and which is really important because when everything is going to construction, every detail should be thought. And I've actually seen some of the rendered picture, like they are really great, really fabulous. But when it's gone to construction, because of lack of consideration of electricity, consideration of pipes, these kind of things, which make the final effect not that satisfying. So going through this process, and also why is I'm really interested with Phoenix welcome stuff, is because I may be able to really consider about what can I do with details, what can I do with all these positions, or like all this kind of thing. So what does computation skills mean to me? I saw this in the Shenzhen Biennale, which is in another exhibition hall, not in yours. But I'm really impressed by this. This is a kind of data visualization to really show what's going on in the city, in a region. You can see there are like analysis of the speed, the transportation, and all these information. The way we dealt with not necessarily data, dealt with this kind of analysis is in a group. We send people to the site and count every people when they pass by. This is like a really low efficiency